So one of the best things I like doing is whenever I see these royalists have a discussion, right? And then there's one just disgusting person who is literally schooled on something and they don't even have a comeback, or they try to find what they're struggling to find ways to defend a leftover role or whatever. It's always one of those magical moments. I remember last time that incident where this reporter was defending Megan, the journalist, and this guy could not believe that there's someone out there who's actually practicing good journalism. Like, they're not biased, like they are just professional. Like, it's rare in the UK. So this person was speaking like, do you work for Megan? Do you guys remember that incident? It was so good because I like when they're so schooled or when they're so humiliated, they don't even have a comeback. Well, a similar thing happened today on Jeremy Vine because of this another witch. And people believe she is a deranger, and I can see it, guys. But anyway, we'll discuss that later. And she was stuttering. She found it so hard to defend William, and it's so laughable. Anyway, guys, have a look.
Harry has done more work than William ever, and it's just the press who hasn't reported.
Claudia, quickly, can you reply to this?
No, it's rubbish, Beth. Sorry, I don't buy it.
William's lazy.
Hang on a minute, hang on.
William's not lazy. It's absolutely. He works so hard. He's there taking over a role which he didn't choose. Harry has the choice to be as involved or not in the royal family. William has to take on, he's now in training to take over from Charles when Charles passes away. Harry had the most amazing, perfect role of being the spare that he can then, do bits on the side. He doesn't have to become king.
Thank you, Beth.
The more I listen to these witches, the more I listen to these clowns, the happier I get that Harry moved so far away from them. The Harry walked away. I am so happy he went and he's never looked back, and he does not want to come back. Because what is this? What in the name is this bullshit? The Harry was a perfect spare. Harry was a perfect spare. And do you see how she's stuttering? She cannot even defend William. She does not even... William is lazy. And I've noticed something with Jeremy Vine and a lot of these UK media tablets, whenever they're doing segments and then someone calls William lazy, they will shut them off. They will cut them. Like, do you see what they did to this caller? They cut her off and they continue. It's like, I think Kensington Palace made a call and said, hey, every time someone says William is lazy, cut them off, shut it down. I think that's the vibe that I'm getting. So this witch, and this is why people believe she's a deranger. It's because I can see it. People believe that she has a burner account dedicated to stalking Harry and Meghan. And I can see it because who talks like that? Do you ever go back and look at these clips and you're like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. What was I saying? Because you don't even make any sense. Harry works so hard. And that's why you lot are so obsessed and begging and desperate wanting her to come back to the UK. If William was such a hardworking person and Kate was such a hardworking person, then you guys wouldn't need Harry. You wouldn't be here begging, hey, Harry, please come back. Harry, we need you. You're a valuable asset to the farm. You guys will not be doing that. But since William is lazy and he's on holiday right now, guys, as we speak. That's a story. Stay tuned. I have that story. Anyway, he's on holiday right now. He's really lazy. He's the king of plages, literally never fulfilling anything. She's talking about let's save oceans. I'm going to change to tackle homelessness. I'm going to bring peace to the Middle East. It's going to be my life mission to bring peace to the Middle East. Listen, all these plages, he's never worked on any. Ashot is a terrible failure. It's a flop. No one cares. Like, everything he touches is just an epic flop. And that's why even himself, like William himself, is literally desperate. Wants Harry to come back so that Harry can work and then he can be a scapegoat. Like the way this stupid witch is saying that, oh, Harry was a perfect spare. And how long does William need to be trained for? William is in training to be king. I mean, isn't that what... once you're born, that's like your entire thing. You're trained your entire life. How long does it take? And William, who's constantly briefing the press about how his reign is going to be like that, William was on vacation. And this woman, that's why she's stuttering, because William does not work. She was hit with facts and she could not understand it. Harry is so hardworking, and the best thing about Harry being hardworking is that there's the results show. The actually results. Like, Harry walks the talk. Unlike William, who's just yapping. It's like, oh, for the sake, I want PR. What can I do to get some, a little bit of applause? Okay, let me talk about oceans. And then when he gets down to business, and then when it's like, okay, now you have to put the work in, he's like, oh, no, I'm done. I'm out. Because he knows there's so much work that needs to be done for, to save oceans, to bring peace to Middle East, to end homelessness. And one thing about William, he does not like working, guys. We know that. He hates working. William and work are two different people. It's like oil and water. They don't go together. So this woman is going viral and people are trolling her because she was stuttering. Like, if you were so confident that William is so hardworking, is a good person, why are you stuttering? You cannot even find words to defend him. And that alone should tell you everything. And if William was so hardworking, you guys will not be obsessed and begging for Harry to come back. And the audacity for them to even want Harry to come back and to work for William to lazy alone. So William just does on vacation whatever he wants, and then Harry works to be William's scapegoat. That's why, like I said, every time I look at these clips, I come across these things. I'm so grateful that Harry left, because what is this? Well, out of so many things to talk about, they're out here talking about Harry and Meghan, who again, they always say is irrelevant and popular, not liked, not loved, broke. They live rent-free in these people's heads. And this woman is just like a paid, you can just say she's just paid to say things, because she doesn't, you could have done research. If you're going to spew nonsense, at least up your game. But don't be so stupid. This is embarrassing. If William sees this, he'll be like, what is she doing? So this woman, people are trolling her and people are laughing like, oh no, you should have stayed at home. And I hope you're embarrassed once you roll these clips and you hear yourself speaking, because this is what William is hardworking. That is the joke. I know even some of these royalists know that William is the laziest, but they will not admit it. But deep down they do, because some of them call him out. The Republic Group CEO also likes calling him out. So people know he's lazy. They know. How are you on vacation and you barely work when you're on vacation constantly? Imagine this is right now. When he's king, it's going to be a different story. Anyway, guys, let's see what the internet had to say in regards to that. Hold on. Let's see what the internet is saying. So, So Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy says, I busted out laughing when she said William was in training to be king. She didn't even believe that she was saying what she was saying. So true. Agatha says she's like he's stuttering all the way and still can't say what he does. Absolutely. Patty says all William is in training for is how to flee the public purse for more time off and luxury events like Ascot, Wimbledon, and football games. Oh, and vacations, never-ending vacations. Snarky says, what the F do they find? Where the F do they find the so-called royal experts? William is presently on his 6th holiday of the year, cruising around the Greek island on a luxury private yacht. Give me a break with a sycophantic bootlicking. Beyonce says, and you saw how fast that guy cut the lady off on the phone. Kensington Palace must have told those talk shows over there, don't let people keep saying, well, is lazy. Jeremy is just disgusting as well. Unique says, amazing role of being the spare, the scapegoat. And then you have Gabrielle says, boy, she was struggling trying to defend Workshy Willie. She really was. What an embarrassment. And then Big Girl says, excuse me, William is working so hard, waiting. Well, we'll give her that. Waiting can be tiresome. No, I love the sarcasm in that one. And then Trisha said, she said William is in training to be king. Does he get a BA in kingship studies? BA in his case standing for Baga or... And then Dr. Marie replies, he's got the rabbit temper tantrums down to perfection and intimate encounters with his male assistant down to perfection, but still needs to improve on the workload. You guys are killing me. And then Tisha texts and says, yes, sources say he's currently working on his 6,000 word assignment on social interactions with one stockholder. And then Mark says, such desperation that their grifting gravy train will hit the buffers. They get more laughable every day. Then Lai says, she sounds like a fool. I do. That's so spot on. And then Squeaky says, William's in training to take over from Chuck. Lord help us. All they do is make small talk and shake hands. This is so funny. Silver says, what, Will is training to be a king? Didn't he start this training decades ago? When will this hard-working training end? The fact is that Will is lazy. End of the story. True. Let's not jump around it. And then Arena says, Both has an ugly, decidedly lower class accent. She tries to make up for it by being a most humble and obedient subject. And then Michelle says, when this woman watches back the clip, isn't she embarrassed? I hope she is, because that's so embarrassing. Then CL says, and is she trying to say he's now in training? Wouldn't he have been in training all his life? Lol. I agree. And then Glowly replies, she started. The woman in this clip is so obviously a deranger with an anti-Meghan and Harry banner account, as she used deranger terms like ginge and winch in other segments, but her attempt to defend Prince William as not being lazy was laughable. I know she was trying to think of things that William does but drew a blank. Absolutely. So guys, that's the story. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Miraj. Remember to like, share, and of course to hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and we'll catch up in the next one.